First off, thank you all so much for attending. I am so proud to be from a place that values civic engagement. Also, how amazing is it to have 10 candidates running for volunteer positions? It's so exciting. And I'm still absolutely in awe and honored to be sitting with all of these wonderful individuals tonight. I'm Miranda Fisher, and I've lived in Summit County for 6 years. There are several reasons that I'm up to the task of school board director, but most importantly, it's my desire to give back and my ability to connect. I'm a passionate volunteer, and I believe firmly that we need to support our communities. My first job was actually in early childhood education, and since my first moments in a classroom, I felt my heart growing and my eyes being opened. Whenever I've had a challenge in life or I've needed to find my center, the classroom is where I've gone. When I first moved to Summit County, life was tough. I'd been diagnosed with cancer, I'd lost a job, and moved across the country, all in the span of 2 months. I was lucky enough to teach at Little Red Preschool and Timberline Learning Center in Breckenridge, and those experiences were utterly magical. And I felt that I grew more in that 1 year than in any other. Because of how much I've taken, it feels only right to give back and to give back passionately. On Tuesday at a meeting for the Summit Prosperity Initiative, Corey Mims said something that has stuck with me over the last few days. To make it in Summit County, you have to be scrappy. You have to figure out the formula to live here and work here, and it takes a lot of initiative. Well, I'm as scrappy as they come, and we'll fight for our Summit County teachers, parents, and students with the same veracity that I've fought for myself. We all deserve to thrive and grow into caring, lifelong learners. I have the connections with Summit County and Colorado organizations, businesses, legislators, philanthropists, and overall movers and shakers to make that happen. Thank you.
This is our first question. What do you believe are viable strategies that will help attract and retain highly qualified teachers and support staff? And how will you work to implement those strategies? You have 2 minutes.
Oh my goodness, yes, you're probably going to hear some of the same things. But first, I suggest that we all vote yes on 4A as well as proposal CC. And I also feel that a wage increase would be incredibly beneficial to retaining quality staff, but also, like Gloria said, money doesn't just rain from the sky, and you do have a budget that you have to keep to. So I think there's other ways that we could get really creative. I also love the idea of a mentor program, but I also think there's some really good partnership opportunities with some new nonprofits and new organizations that are brewing here in the county, particularly Peak Health Alliance or the Summit Prosperity Initiative. And then on the note of providing affordable housing as well, I think there's some cool opportunities there to partner up with the Summit Combined Housing Authority and just think of our benefits packages in a little different way to make them a little more enticing if we don't have those crazy amounts of dollars to put towards salary increases. And then I just think there can be some other cool perks to being a teacher here, I think, or a staff member in general. I think that asking, Epic Promise and Copper and Loveland and all of these awesome organizations and businesses here in this county, asking them if they would provide ski passes and things like that for our educators. I think some of those perks might make it easier to stick around and could go a really long way. Thanks. I think there's definitely a reason Consuelo and I have connected so much throughout this process, because I want to completely echo everything that she said. But my biggest passion is social emotional learning opportunities. I think, like she said as well, continuing the Vision 2020 plan is so important, and just listening, being there, listening to the community and modeling, being a caring learner. The past couple of weeks going to the school board meetings, I've been so impressed by the High Fives program that they do, and watching all of the school board members really model that caring learner experience has been awesome. So I think for me, it's kind of a combo of continuing in that vein of social and emotional learning, and then for myself, just making sure that I am listening and being there for the community. I think that's the biggest skill that I bring to the table, is being an available listener and someone who wants to do something about it. Thanks. I will echo what Brooke said. Please vote. Vote yes for 1A, vote yes for 4A, yes for Prop CC, please. It will be super, super helpful. And I guess in closing, the past couple of weeks, I have found myself saying a lot the expression that I was voluntold to do something, that someone said, hey, Miranda, I think you'd be really, really good at this. And then I go and do said thing, and I accomplish it. And I've started thinking a little bit about that, and I don't think it's always a coincidence that I get voluntold to do so many things in this county. I am so passionate about connecting others, about connecting with others, and finding creative solutions. Just on Monday night, I was telling the Summit Choral Society that I recently joined that I was voluntold to be on their board, and I think I need to kind of take a step back and learn from a lot of great leaders that have come into my life really recently, particularly with the school board. I had multiple people over the weekend at Make a Difference Day tell me, like, stop telling people that someone just told you to do this. Say that you stepped up, say that you can get things done. So if nothing else, this experience of running for a school board has helped me recognize that within myself, and I hope that you would let me be able to be that passionate connector within our community and help make a difference here. Thanks.